Welcome to Weeks Bay National Estuarine Research Reserve. My name is Clara Zubrick and I'm an education team member here at the reserve. Weeks Bay is one of 29 reserves across the country whose mission is to provide research, stewardship, and educational opportunities about the estuarine environment. Today, we're going to be catching up with Davis, our SWMP Technician, to learn a little bit about what the SWMP program is and how it's implemented here at the reserve. Let's go catch up with him in the lab.
Oh hey, didn't see you there. I'm Davis. I'm the SWMP Technician here at the Weeks Bay Reserve, and today we're going to be swapping out some data loggers. SWMP stands for System-Wide Monitoring Program, and I collect data and send it to the CDMO, which is the Centralized Data Management Office, which is run by NOAA, or the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. So we collect water quality and nutrient data as well as meteorological data. The water quality data we collect includes pH, dissolved oxygen, turbidity, and salinity, and that gives us information about what's going on in the estuary and in the bay. It gives us a better idea of how weather patterns and climate change are affecting our waters in the estuary. So this is what a data logger looks like, and we have 4 of these in the bay. We swap them out every 2 to 3 weeks to ensure we get good quality data, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's go get the boat in the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out this new data logger with the old data logger that's been in there for about 3 weeks. It's going to be real nice and dirty. So as you can see, over time all kinds of organisms grow on this thing. This sonde is actually powered by a satellite dish. It transmits live data to the CDMO, or Central Data Management Office. So you can go online and look at live water quality data for this site. Alright, that's all there is to it. Cup of water because these sensors are real sensitive. Don't want to let them dry out. And the sensors we have we've got a pH probe, a dissolved oxygen probe, specific conductivity, and turbidity. And this is a central wiper that keeps them all clean from all the biological organisms that can grow on there. Down here we've got a depth sensor. It tells us how deep our water is relative to this logger that we've got at a set elevation. So you can see that wiper goes around, cleans off all the probes, and then it takes a reading. We've got all the probes wrapped in copper because that inhibits the biological growth. So NOAA is able to look at this data and get a better idea of how to manage for natural and man-made disturbances. This is our Magnolia River site, and we also have one at the mouth of Fish River. We can see with this station how the salinity varies based on tide cycles. So during low tide, fresh water will actually leach out from the river and out of the groundwater. And we can see that salinity change with this data sign over a 24-hour period and on a yearly basis. So when we look at dissolved oxygen levels, we can see a big difference between the day and night. And that's because during the day there's a lot of photosynthetic activity which creates more oxygen, maybe even to a point where the water is super saturated, meaning over 100% saturation. And at night, those same organisms take up that oxygen, so we'll see it drop, typically 80% saturation, but sometimes it can get down to 0, and that's what causes things like fish kills. So when we look at pH levels, typically we see about a level of 6 to 8, on a normal day. But if we get a big rain event or a really low tide, a lot of fresh water will wash out of this river, and that will lower the pH, sometimes down to 5.5. Because the water coming out of this river actually is from black water environments where there's not a whole lot of mixing and there's a lot of hypoxic activity, and there's a lot of acids that come out of our environment down here, like the tannic acids from the pine trees, carbonic acid, when CO2 and water mix together, they can alter our readings and give us all kinds of strange data. Turbidity is a reading of the particles that are floating in the water. So after a big rain event and the water's all stirred up, we'll get higher turbidity readings. Or if a construction site upriver has a spill of some red clay that washes down the river, that can give us really high turbidity readings. Also, just during the summertime, when it's hotter and there's a lot more biological activity, our turbidity readings will go up because of all the plankton and just biological materials floating around in the water. High turbidity can be a problem because it can clog fish gills and inhibit photosynthesis. Dropped these in the water before, it's no fun. Looks like we got a little crab. I can get him out without getting my finger pinched off. Uh-oh. So we get all kinds of fish that like to live in these things, and a lot of times what we'll do is we'll take them back and put them in our aquariums that we keep in our visitor center. So if you come here on a field trip, come and hang out with our little fish friends. Hey, looks like a little skillet fish. Nope. little blenny.